Hi, it's Liz, surprise sub number 2 for this week, which is Subs Week on the Pagan Perspective. To start off and to give a little bit of information about my pagan past, I worship Psyche and I worship Athena, who are both Greek goddesses, and I follow more elemental paths than anything else, and I would be more than happy to go into more detail with that, just not here and in the time that I'm allotted. So let's move on to the question of the week, which is submitted by Violet Wiccan. It says, I was just wondering if any of you ever have the urge to clean a few days before a holiday. I find it a good way to combine the act of physically cleaning up my life with the cleaning up I do spiritually for a ritual. My question is just that I wanted to know if anyone else feels this need as much as I naturally do. Well, Violet Wiccan, yes, I absolutely do. I love to clean. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I don't love to clean. I actually hate cleaning. It's a pain in the butt. But I like to have clean things. When I was a teenager, I had the messiest room. I mean, clothes all over the floor. I didn't even have a lot of clothes, but they were all over the floor. Papers, books, mostly books, stuffed animals from when I was a kid, you know, all that stuff. It was all over the place, and I liked it that way. I didn't need for anything to be put up, because if it was all out, then I could see it all. But then I moved out. I moved into my own apartment, and not only was everything in the room all mine, but everything in the whole apartment was all mine. And I needed to start taking good care of it. Generally speaking, anytime I'm inviting any being into my circle, I'm cleaning beforehand. And I do that for several reasons, and I wrote them down, because I'm a list maker as well. But, okay, I know it's a cliche, but it's absolutely true. When you leave clutter around, you're cluttering your mind. And so it's very difficult to meditate and to achieve a calm state when you're constantly worrying about things falling on your head from above. I find household cleaning to be very meditative when your hands are doing something that they've done 1,000 times, like vacuuming or doing the dishes or even dusting. Your hands are working, but your brain doesn't need to really tell them to do much, so your brain can go off and do other things. I sometimes meditate. I sometimes listen to podcasts, my pagan podcasts that I don't have time to listen to in the car. I listen to those when I'm cleaning up, because my brain can listen to what they're saying and concentrate on what they're saying while my hands are, you know, picking up clothes and tripping over toys and things like that. And so really I'm getting two things accomplished at once, and considering how lazy I am, that is such a good thing. You know that feeling that you get when you take a shower and you feel nice and you feel clean and you've really taken your time to like wash your hair fully, and even if you put conditioner in your hair, you comb it through and all that. Anyway, you feel really clean, you feel really good, and you step out of the bath, you step out of the shower, and you put your foot down on the tile, and the first thing you feel is like cat hair or dog hair, or the first thing you see is all of the stuff on the floor that you've left there for the past 2 weeks. You know, all that clean feeling that you worked so hard for, that goes right out the window when you step out of the shower. And not only is that true of just your mundane showers and your mundane baths, but it's also really true of your ritual baths. I mean, think about it. You're concentrating on taking all of the dirt from the day and washing it down, and you're working towards a meditative state to where you can enter a ritual focused on the ritual. And that's not so helpful when you reach that state that you're going for in the shower, and then you have to navigate this very narrow path to your altar, because anything to the left and anything to the right you're going to trip over. Another important one is that it shows respect. And I don't just mean that it shows respect for your things, because it absolutely does show respect for your things, and it shows how grateful you are for those things. But in addition to that, you also are showing respect for the beings that you're inviting into your circle. In the same way that you would tidy up when you have a friend coming over, or you would do a larger clean, like say when you have in-laws come over, I know from experience. You should also clean because you are inviting beings into your circle. You want to present your best self to them, not the sloppy self that hangs around in your PJs all day like some people I know. Cleaning itself is its own ritual, because not only are you just cleaning to make things nice for you to be able to, walk and to be able to live in your place, but you're also dedicating time, effort, and energy to your home. Whether that's a house or whether that's, a room or a studio apartment, it's still your home. And every time you clean it, every time you take the time to invest energy into it, you are, in my opinion, creating a type of ritual. I mentioned earlier that a lot of my focus was on the elements. Well, when you clean, you have all four elements right there. You have air, which is your breath, when you're moving and working hard and breathing hard. You have fire, which is your drive and your energy to get your butt up off the couch. You have water, which is the cleaning fluids and your sweat. And you have earth, which is the dirt. And finally, one of the more important ones, in my opinion, is that when you're doing that, when you're cleaning and when you're investing that time and that effort and that energy into making things look nice for this purpose, for this ritual, for this spell work, you're creating energy that you can use to focus into that ritual and into that spell work. And how can that not be helpful? How can that not be of use to you? Okay, I think that I have said enough. This really could not have been a better topic for me to start with as my first video to take a perspective. I like having things clean, and I feel very strongly about cleaning before you even step foot in a ritual bath as a way to get into that mindset and to raise energy. So I hope that it was interesting or helpful, or at the very least coherent. I'm not proud. I will be happy with coherent. And I hope you have a really great day.